Welcome back to Let's Play God Hand. This is Kung Fu Jesus.
This is Medipot.
This is the Maestro.
And this is Rob Heinzu, Andy Collins, and James Wyatt.
The terrible legend
All at
of Andy
once?
Burge.
Yeah.
Yeah!
I can be three
Alright
people.
guys, here we are at the next stage. This one's called Elvis's Wish. Right, and you'll see why it's called Elvis's Wish. As much as Shannon denies being in love with Elvis and wanting to make nasty demon babies with him, they're definitely
The hunk-on.
hunking for the loving, alright, you know what I mean? And it's more than just Elvis being a hunka bird in love, it's all of them. Everyone.
So, what's in a God Hand game?
The videos.
Well, I'll tell you. All God Hand games have 4 basic ingredients. At least one player's desk, a God Hand master, an
That's me.
adventure, and God Hand books and dice.
Who's the God Bandit?
Whoa. You're playing a different God Hand. We don't roll dice to see who gets the God
Well,
Hand. It's all about,
As Gene, you create a character, a heroic adventurer. This adventure is part of himself that delves into dungeons, battles monsters, and explores the world's dark wilderness.
dark beasts of the wilderness.
A player-generated character is known as Gene. Gene. Like the protagonist of a novel or a movie, Gene is at the center of the game's action.
Gene is very much like the protagonist of something.
He is a protagonist, I don't know what of. Anyway, notice these women. I've finally figured out their secret. When they stand up and they have their back to you, they're going to kick you. And nothing you can do will stop it. So you just backflip away. Easy.
Great.
I love it.
When you play your God Hand character, you put yourself into your character's shoes and make decisions as if you were that character.
Nice.
You decide which door your character opens next. You decide whether to attack a monster, attack a villain, or attack a dangerous quest.
This is God Hand, so the answer is yes.
You can make these decisions based on Gene's personality, motivations, and goals. And you can even speak or act in character if you like.
Awesome.
You have almost limitless control over what Gene can do and say in the game.
It's true. And now notice we're fighting another Samurai Jones. I love this guy so hard. You have no idea how much he is my favorite enemy in the game. The Samurai Jones.
I really like his outfit. I kind of want to get one of those.
I love the fact that when he appears, he says Sensei, Onegaishimasu, in a number of different intonations that don't make any sense. Okay? He'll say, Sensei, Onegaishimasu. And usually, you're supposed to say it in like a burning passion. Sensei, Onegaishimasu! And I'm pretty sure he never actually says it that way. He says it 3 different ways that are not at all like that. I love
But
it.
it's just when he appears?
Yeah. And
It's a
then
special
you hear that,
thing?
and then the door opens.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Well.
he comes out of another dimension to kick your ass. Only he usually gets his ass kicked. And get his katana. Great. So, anyway. I like to drink, alright? I turned 21 back in November. And I didn't have any friends who were 21, so I had to drink all by myself. So I walked into a bar, and I really didn't know about the bar, like, stuff, because I'm new. And no one told me anything, and no one told me that you can't go into a bar and say, I want an e-flask full of, like, Jamba Juice, and they give it to me. Okay, because apparently they don't know what an e-flask is. I know what an e-flask is, I just don't feel like saying Erlenmeyer, okay, because it's long. And, and even when I say Erlenmeyer, they're like, huh? What's that? And I'm like, well, it's like this flask, and you drink things out of it. I always drink things out of e-flasks at home. I don't know.
How did you manage to get things in the e-flask?
I didn't have. No, I wasn't
How
able to
did you
use
accom-
one. They used some bizarre, like, straight glass thing, and they put my whiskey in that.
No, but like at the job interview, when they asked you, how did you overcome adversity when problem struck?
Oh,
What do you say
it
that-
just
about
struck you
this?
right there.
the interview question. Well, I think I didn't. I just let it happen. It's okay because health, as I said in a previous video, is completely irrelevant to how well you're doing. Okay, you could be at 0 health, but have all the other pieces of the chessboard in place to checkmate your opponent
Well, it's
into
not like
dead.
chess, because chess is a slippery slope game. Once you start losing, you're probably going to keep losing.
Oh, I thought that was like gambling. Unless you're talking about like
It's like a
High
chess.
stakes chess.
Interactive games
Chess
rather
and
than added.
StarCraft.
StarCraft, yes.
StarCraft, once you start losing, you're going to keep losing. Street Fighter 2, as we all know from Serlin.net, once you start losing, you still have all your moves at your disposal. So the God Hand is a lot like Street Fighter, and that makes sense because both games were made by Capcom.
and also both of them have streets in it. By the way, we're gonna go back and get this katana that I've been saving up from the
Oh, it's
Samurai.
so shiny.
first. First we have to flip the switch.
Switches are new.
Because you have to do things in a sequence, alright? Elvis's wish is his last cigar. The giant fucking statue of Elvis, okay? He's holding a cigar. And first, you beat up the lighter. Lighter gets all sad, lighter opens up, and sweet. Okay, so now he's got his lighter open. And then you press the switch at the bottom of the statue, and it takes the cigar and puts it in the fire. And now the cigar is lit. Congratulations, you've lit the cigar. Stage 3 is to smoke the cigar. Smoking the cigar happens when you go to the top of the statue and flip the switch up there. So here it is. Switch on! And
He's smoking.
delicious. And there he is. His dying wish was that last cigar. No, not to tell Shannon he was the
Yeah.
bravest man you ever. It was the cigar. And there it is.
I think the God Hand
And I died.
realized that was a sissy
Cigar-
last wish and had to correct it.
So this is the next fight with Tiger Joe. Now, you don't get all those weapons that you get in the other fight, alright? So, instead, we're just gonna beat him up. And unlike most other characters in the game, he doesn't really get faster with the level ups. He just gets more moves. So, and they get more damage. So he's the same speed whether you're on level 1 or level die, which is what makes it feel really hard to begin with. But he's at level die speed all the time, like a normal character's level die speed. So he just
Apparently that's the power of Muay Thai.
Oh, it's great. Muay Thai is a style that you use if you want to kill someone. Okay? It's not...
Lay a motherfucker out.
what you do is you kick them, and that move is great for killing them. That kick that you just did. You just killed him with that kick. One kick, one kill. As my master always told me. My sensei. Or some... I don't know what it is in Taiwanese.
Well,
Master.
let me tell you something. One person has a special role in God Hand, the God Hand Master.
That's me.
The God Hand Master presents the adventure and the challenges that Gene tries to overcome.
I do.
Every God Hand game needs a God Hand Master. You can't play without one.
This one's got one.
The God Hand Master has several functions in the game.
Most of them are methods and accessors, but some of them are constructors and destructors.
First, there's the Adventure Builder. The God Hand Master, or GM, creates adventures for you and you to play through. Narrating. The GM sets the pace of the story and presents the various challenges and encounters that Gene must overcome. The Monster Controller. The GM controls the monsters and villains the God Hand battles against,
So Gene is fighting himself.
That
choosing
is
their
an epic
actions and rolling dice for their attacks.
I know, man.
They always roll 20s.
This part I don't get, alright? Because I never rolled dice for no fucking...
Well,
Oh, shut up. Okay, so two things. First of all, when you beat him, you get this message, alright? It says, there's no way a normal human can ever beat someone with the God Hand. Now, if you beat him and you use the God Hand to do it, he says something else. Like, he says something along the lines of, tell me the truth. You couldn't have beaten me if you didn't have that God Hand thing. So I beat him without the fucking God Hand, and I got the alternate message. Fuck yeah. And he also gives you a fucking awesome move.
But the alternative message mentioned the God Hand.
So does this one. And we're gonna go.